Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the British Stars organisation, welcome to the 2018 Lakeside World Championships. It's the 41st BBO World Championships, and we're here at the home of Wild Dance, the Lakeside. We now introduce to the stage a legend, playing in his 25th BBO World Championships. 3 times a Winmore World Masters champion. 3 times the Lakeside World Champion. It's Wolfie Martin Adams! We now bring to the stage the current BDO World #1 and twice Winmore World Masters finalist, the reigning Dutch Open and German Open champion, Gladiator Mark McGeeney!
Adams has one of the best walk-ons in darts. Can he still match that magic on the hockey? The Gladiator against the Wolf coming up next, live on 4. Mark McGeeney against Martin Adams just about to start, so it's Happy New Year and good afternoon for the first time in 2018 to Vassos Alexander and first of all, John Rawling.
Thank you very much, Rob. Happy New Year to you as well, and Happy New Year to everybody watching. It's going to be a great afternoon's entertainment, a real party atmosphere here at this iconic darting venue, and what a match this is to start. The form player of 2017, Mark McGeeney, against a man who quite simply is a Lakeside legend.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best of 5 sets. First set, first leg, it's Mark to throw first. Game on.
So McGeeney with the darts, the winner of 4 ranking titles last year. BDO ranked #1 and the #2 seed. But there's a fair few well-informed people around the sport who think that, yep, he might be the man in form, but Adams up on that stage is going to take some shifting.
We are underway at Lakeside 2018. If you're a glass half full sort of person, then you really couldn't wish for a better way to get the World Championship underway. If you're more glass half empty, then we lose one of these 2 great players before the tournament really gets going. Either way, let's all just sit back and enjoy this. McGeeney against Adams.
Adams, who's had his health issues, his ranking has slid a little bit, but the bookies would certainly bear out what we've just said. McGeeney, he's being made a favourite, but only at 6-4 on. Best sort of price here in the arena, maybe even as short as 2-1 on. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 4-6 roughly is where he is, maybe a little bit shorter. But Martin Adams, they certainly recognise that when he gets into gear, which he hasn't done yet in this opening leg, he is a very heavy scorer.
Chatting to both players backstage a moment or 2 ago as they were practicing, putting their final preparation touches to their pre-match routines. I talked to Martin Adams, I thought, do you know what, Martin's going to win this. Went across the room, talked to Mark and thought, oh, Mark's going to win this. They were both in super confident mood before they walked out onto this stage. McGeeney on a finish.
And 89 it is, looking at the bottom of the board. Treble 10 would have left tops.
30.
Well, that's a little bit of a let-off for Adams.
Can he pressure the 59? It's only his second treble.
120.
Closely followed by his third.
So 59 for the opening leg. 19 for tops. Double 20 for the opening leg. And there it is, McGeeney, the 45-year-old man from Stockport, safely away and pocketing the opening leg.
Adams now with the darts. It's the first to 3 sets, and each set is the first to 3 legs.
Wolfie got to the quarter-finals last year, Vassos, you might remember that 5-4 match against Jamie Hughes was a real nerve jangler, wasn't it?
As was his first round match against Ryan Joyce. He won that 3-2 in a sudden death leg. He's been involved in 2 sudden death legs, in fact, here at Lakeside, Wolfie. Last year against Ryan Joyce and beating another former champion, John Boy Walton, in the first round in 2011. His hand shaking as he lets go of the darts, but he threw the final dart on both occasions. He hit the final double.
McGeeney safely taking the opening leg. Signs that Adams is starting to find his range a little bit better in the second, but finding the treble elusive there. Plenty of players in the tournament in here, getting a sample of the atmosphere. See Scott Mitchell, there's Richard Veenstra. Talented Dutch player, could be a factor. Winner of this one, incidentally, in theory, could face Danny Noppert in the last 16, which would be a great match.
125. Mark would require 164.
2 treble 19s and a bullseye. Can't now be done.
Right, 135 for Wolfie. He'll look for the bull for his opening dart. Treble 20 would leave the bull. Oh, just outside.
63. Mark, you require 141.
To break the throw. Treble 19 for double 12. That's in. Double 12.
120.
Not far away.
Martin, you require
Oohs and ahs from the crowd. Adams then 72. I think he's going to have to get this. Oh, he's missed the big 12. Would you believe it? 63 now, looking at 13. Single 13. Well, he's got the treble, so double 12.
48. Mark, you require 12.
So double 6. All the way on the right-hand side of the board.
To the second leg, Mark McGeeney.
And there is the break of throw.
Third leg is Mark to throw first.
And if he takes this one, if he holds the darts, the way this works, it's first to 3 legs in each set, and it would be opening set to McGeeney. Best of 5 takes a place in the next round.
60.
Sometimes does take a little while to settle Martin Adams, despite all of his lakeside experience. Dean Winstanley watching on. I was chatting to Dean earlier as Martin Adams was having all sorts of problems with the belt around his trousers. And Dean and I both sort of thought of the same thing. What a moment it would be if in the heat of battle suddenly that belt decided to give up the ghost.
Oh dear. Doesn't bear thinking about, does it? The old Wolf's carrying a bit of timber nowadays, you know.
60.
Dean Winstanley's had shoulder problems. He's coming back to fitness and is hoping to get back into professional darts in the new year, looking for his cue card with the PDC circuit.
140.
McGeeney's started well, averaging 90. And nicely placed, trying to force another leg, but this is a good response from Adams.
140.
His first 140 of this championship. Speaking of injuries, Mark told me he...
I know you're going to say, go on.
He injured his
70.
left arm on the golf course on New Year's Day, trying to hit a 6-iron 200 odd yards. I said, what? A 6-iron, 200 yards? He says, yes, I'm getting on a bit now. He's 45. He said back in the day he'd hit a 200 yards.
Feather a gentle 5-iron or 4-iron. Oh dear. Well, Adams has got a prime opportunity here to break back.
101.
Treble 20 for tops now. Still needs that treble. Oh, that's very wayward from Martin Adams.
63.
Well, he could go all through the bull route here. Treble 20 would leave tops.
65.
So double 90.
Martin, you require 38.
For a leg against the throw for Martin Adams, going straight for it. He's blocked the bed a little there. 2 more darts.
19.
Oh, and he's missed.
Mark, you require 60.
It's a scary look, isn't it? 60. Tops now for McGeeney for the opening set. And there it is.
And the first set.
Wolfie has yet to get out of winter sleep mode. He needs to kick on because that's a really good start from Mark McGeeney and taking the opening set.
So the early advantage to Mark McGeeney. He is the first to settle. 1 up. With the opening set, I'm sure just settling a few nerves. Wolfie got a huge reception, and he's going to have to find another level here, Wolfie.
Yeah, he is a little bit. He's had a very shaky start, Martin, but he won't panic because that set was started by Mark McGeeney, but this second set now is key. But McGeeney will be buoyed by the fact that even though he didn't play his best in that set, averaging only 85, his doubles were very good. 3 out of 4 is very, very good indeed.
And I wonder how much he'll rue those treble 19s not going in the bed?
Well, the double 19 for Martin was very, very hard shot. I mean, he's always been an aggressive player. He could have easily hit a small single and gone for double 16, but he's an aggressive guy. He went straight for it. It didn't pay off on this occasion, and maybe he'll just have to adjust his sights for the next time around.
Well, the next instalment of drama is just seconds away. Let's rejoin your commentators.
Wolfie's going to have to dig in, Vassos. He's got it to do now. Back already a little bit against the wall.
Yeah, no question about it, but as Paul says, it was a set of darts that he lost, which he'd have expected to lose in many ways, because Mark McGeeney, the BDO world #1, had the darts.
Second set, first leg, it's Martin to pro first. Game on.
Here we go then. Adams with the darts in this, the second set. First to 3, through to the second round. Adams last lost
95.
in round 1 2 years ago, lost to Jeff Smith 3-0. Smith went on to reach the final.
"34 ranking titles through his career, Wolfie. Plenty of very suspect fancy dress around. There is an army base just down the road. I don't think that was. I'm not sure that was actually proper army fatigues. Guy with the glasses doesn't look like a squaddy, does he? My apologies if he is, of course.
60.
Well, as the asset alluded to, the story of the first set was a story of missed doubles from Martin Adams, but a 75% checkout success rate
97.
from Mark McGeeney. Well, that's excellent.
It is. Wolfie, though, is going to win nothing with an average of 75, which is where it stands at the moment. He's got to kick on from this
41.
level. It's a sort of skinny Wolfie there, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the Wolfie that played fair scow in his first Lakeside match in 1994.
58.
Reached the quarterfinals on debut 25 years ago, Martin. And he's had a special shirt made for this year. He's very proud of this. But he's going to have to improve, or this will be its one and only outing.
So McGeeney 105 here for the break of throw, and Adams also on 105, so it's shaping up to be a good opportunity. Treble 15 would leave tops. He's got it. Double 20 then for the break of throw.
65. Martin, you require 105.
Adams' turn. So treble 15 tops the same way, needs the treble 15, so treble 18 would leave double 8 if he comes back.
53.
Just not there for him at the moment, is it?
Require 40.
So double 20 again.
Game
And that is the break of throw.
Mark McGeeney. Second
Anne
leg is
Marie, Mark
Martin
McGeeney's
First.
partner, watching on.
Game on.
Fiancée, I'd better say, to give her a full romantic involvement.
140.
Well, she's looking pretty relaxed now. She was very relaxed backstage when I met her an hour or so ago. And so far, it's 4 legs out of 4
140.
for her man Mark.
A second ton 40 for Wolfie. He needs a whole lot more.
Well, he's got the crucial break now. McGeeney, all he has to do is hold his throw, and he's through. Hello.
125. 60.
Better scoring from Wolfie in this leg. 140, 125 and a 100. Leaves himself on a finish after 9 darts.
Yeah, 136 would certainly give him a fillip, wouldn't it? If he could get something. He's got time on his side. He's got 6 darts after that fairly awful visit from McGeeney, so he doesn't need to go for this. He can just choose to set it up nicely. Big 16's the dart, and he's got it. Leaves tops when he returns.
Surely now. Adams will register
120.
his first leg at Lakeside 2018. 3 darts at double top. Only needs the one, and listen to the cheer.
And an ironic smile, thumbs up, and round of applause for his fans.
Game on. $81. $140.
Starting to find his range a bit more now. Looks as though there's a bit more rhythm about Adams' throw.
$98.
Well, he's just persuaded his average north of 80 for the first time. Martin Adams, 82.5 now. His highest Lakeside average, 101.2 against Wayne Jones in the 2002 quarter-finals.
59.
Went on to lose the deciding set to Tony David in the semis that year. 3 times a champion though, Martin Adams.
2007, 2010, 2011.
60.
And Wolfie always has a soft spot for that epic battle against Phil Nixon in 2007.
Don't we all? Wolfie 6 sets up, won it 7-6.
57.
Phil Nixon very much missed.
120.
I think he had a 170 checkout on the way as well, Martin Adams.
Treble 20 he needed, and he's just the wrong side of the wire. So having got
30.
the break, he now has to hope that McGeeney doesn't break straight back.
Treble 17 would have left double 18, so treble 10 will leave tops
87.
if Adams is not able to take out 90. 90 is left, having been on Shanghai. Treble 15, double 10. That leaves the bullseye, which is blocked. Can he find a way through? Needs to. Unlucky.
Well, you say that from the angle he was looking at. I think he'll be disappointed with that, because I think he'd have seen that 25 as a bit of a marker. Tops them for McGeeney. Camera angle just a wee bit deceptive when you look from the left-hand side there, the way that was lying, but anyway, that's all history. Double 8 now for Adams to go 2-1 ahead, and he does.
Martin Adams.
It's in the locker, he knows it.
Game on.
And they're howling for the first time for 12 months. Here at the home of World Darts, the Lakeside.
97.
That last dart, that last McGeeney dart at double top had the feeling of an important dart about it. Just missed it. Adams took out double 8. Suddenly,
140.
he's a leg away from squaring this first round match.
We've got fans up on the balcony from where we commentate here in
That's
the
Lee.
famous arena, and a fair few of them are starting to howl now, Vassos.
Well, Lee, Martin's partner, might well be. Watch that first set from
140.
between her fingers.
I think we know who they want to win.
Suddenly, Mark McGeeney's gone off the boil as Adams weighs in with another treble 20. 2 ton 40s to start this leg, and another 81 left.
And when he was
after 9 darts.
Yeah, he was playing so badly early on, wasn't he, Adams? And McGeeney settled down very much better, but to amplify that, so far as averages are concerned, which aren't particularly good, it has to be said, but Adams has really put it together over the last few legs and now has a chance to take this set. Well, he needed treble 10 for double 16. That was what he was going for, but he's got time on his side.
Double 16 when he comes back. To level this first round match. 2 16s for Martin Adams. There they are.
And the second set, Martin Adams.
Happy days, and he says thank you to his fans.
Game on.
He's an emotional sort of cove, even though he's been in it for such a long time.
Yeah, isn't he just? Isn't he just? Right then, who's your money on now, John?
Well, beforehand, I have to say, as an odds against player with so much experience up there, I thought the good bet was this fella.
125.
But an awful long way to go yet. This is such an important set, this one now.
Well, if you only watch darts for a week every year, this week, every year, you won't know just what a good year Mark McGeeney has had. Champion of the Dutch Open, the Halle Open, the German Open, the Helvetia Open in Switzerland. Reached a few more finals as well. Martin Adams, by contrast, well, his 12 months since losing in the quarterfinals here last year was a tale of quarterfinal and last 16 defeats, never reached a semi.
Yeah, but there's always that little bit of a feeling when Adams gets here, it's whoever's up against him, you almost feel that subconsciously Adams is saying, you know, welcome to my manor.
Yeah, no question about it. This is Wolfie's lair. So, treble 19 for bullseye. Can't now be done, but Adams back on 206.
206 then, McGeeney poised on 68. All Adams can do is try and get a little bit of pressure around the jugular. Metaphorically, of course.
Although it doesn't feel metaphorical when you're up there. 16, double 16. He's missed that as well.
Now this is an opportunity. Adams knows it. 106 for the break of throw. Oh, that's an awful dart. Come on, he says. Well, treble 17's the only way he'll look at it now, which would leave him bull, and he's missed that as well.
42.
Reprieve for Mark McGeeney. He's lost 3 legs in a row, now needs double 8. And now double 4, and there's some pressure on this, let me tell you.
Game shot.
Well played, Mark McGeeney.
Good dart.
Second leg is Martin to
Stops the rot.
Game on.
Adams was giving those darts in the last a real old telling off when he got to the board, doesn't he? How dare you? How dare you not get in where I'm aiming?
He's just been drifting into the 5, hasn't he? And that first dart was well in the big 5 when he was needing 106 to break the throw. And that is the relief, having seen the double 4 find its target.
Well, it was a leg with the darts for McGeeney, no break there. All right, Flower.
It's all about momentum though, isn't it? Up on that stage, and you wonder whether the momentum might just be back with a second seed.
We'll see. It's a key phase. This is such an important set. Nip and tuck. There's nothing in it really at this point.
This is the engine room of the match right here.
140.
Nice visit.
Nice visit. When he was talking about it before the championship began, Wolfie was saying he really does believe that he's got titles in him, including this year, and he's saying, if I'm fit enough, if I'm still qualifying, then I might be playing into my 70s. You watch me.
61 currently. And he has been talking about that icing on his career cake.
Adams on a bogey number though, he can't get out from here. But he can make big inroads and put big pressure on that 103. That's nice.
97. Mark, you require 103.
For a break of throw. 3 and tops. Tops he wants for a 2-leg lead. And tops he gets.
Well, that hurt. That did hurt. Adams looked all the way there as though he was likely to win that leg. And McGeeney stepped in.
Highest checkout of the match so far, a 103.
$60.
Only just.
Well, Adams has to break back. Got to be all his match from here, so far as this set's concerned. McGeeney just needing one more leg to go 2-1 up in this race to 3, and there's his first maximum.
And the first maximum of Lakeside 2018. That's got them on their feet.
55.
Little reset of intentions there for McGeeney. And there's the reason why, leaving himself on the biggest possible checkout, which is 170. He was mighty happy when he got a 180. He'd be happier still if he gets this 170, although he doesn't have to go for it. Adams well back.
$58.
Aim just betraying him at the crucial moment, with McGeeney now poised for the set.
Treble 20 and double 16, and he's 2-1 up in sets. So that was a wild dart. Treble 17 he'll probably go for here for double 18. Yes, double 18 when he comes back.
That's called extricating yourself from you-know-what. Good performance, good dart, that treble 17, leaving him on one of his favourite doubles. This now for the set.
Mark, you require 36.
2 18s for a 2-1 lead.
He gets it.
To the third set.
2-1. Muted reaction from a very much pro-Adams crowd. But his nose is ahead once more. Only one more set needed.
Game on.
And that was big for McGeeney.
It really was. But Martin Adams fans will think it was only a set against the dart. If he can just hold this throw, Martin Adams, and take us into a decider, then will his experience count. If we get into a deciding set, you have to win it by 2 clear legs.
60.
Until 5-all and a sudden death leg. Are we heading there again with the Wolfie?
Never too far away from a rhetorical question, are you, in the world of darts? But that's part of the beauty of it. It's the swings and twists and the whole course of a game can change so very quickly.
$140.
Adams just needs to wrestle some momentum away from
60.
Mark McGeeney. That's not the way to do it, not with a 60.
Good darts again. McGeeney fans happy. Couple of pigs there, weren't there? And slightly worrying from their perspective. There are the butchers.
He does love the darts, Donald Trump. McGeeney with a 1-4-1 to break the throw.
60. Mark, you require 141.
There's the stewardess. I saw him earlier. He's about 9'3". Great fancy dress out there.
57.
Now,
Martin,
Adams, 160. It can be done. Still can be done. Oh, just the wrong side of the wire.
140.
Great darts, nevertheless.
Mark, you require 84.
This is big. 14 for bullseye, a treble. Really, oh, can't finish now. Missed. Big 14. So,
44.
Martin Adams.
McGeeney will be kicking himself at that. Double 10 for the holder throw, double 5. Oh dear, dear, dear.
16. Mark, you require 40.
Double top. Double 10. Double 5. Unbearable tension here at Lakeside.
35.
He's missed it.
Double
Martin, you
5.
require 4.
Foils them both. Adams, 2 2s. And there it is.
To the first leg. Martin
So he got out
Adams.
of jail there. He knows it. McGeeney knows it.
Second
And the
leg is
little
Mark
touch
to
of
throw
fists
first.
confirms it.
Game on.
What a big leg that could be in the context of the match. Is that a momentum shifter? McGeeney came out and won 4 legs in a row, then Adams levelled it up in sets, winning 3 legs of his own. McGeeney then won the 3rd set 3-0. And now Adams. Is he about to take us all away?
In terms of scoring, it's been a bit scruffy. But the tension up there is obvious. And it is tense. There's so little between these two players.
64.
McGeeney has slightly the higher scoring average, but there, in terms of
96.
finishing as well, you see McGeeney has the edge, which I guess just about confirms the fact that he's ahead in the match.
$59. $140.
That's a good visit, Wolfie. They like it. He'll like it.
No check out off 165 though. McGeeney's going to be first to have a go to get out here.
140.
There's some 101 when he comes back.
$100. Mark, you require 101.
So 101 to hold his throw. Treble 19 he could do with. He's got it for double 12. Big dart.
89.
No.
Martin, you require 65.
So 25 leaves double top. Yes, yes, for Martin Adams.
Martin Adams.
Well, there's one out of the vault.
Third leg, it's
there.
Martin to throw first.
He just needs to find it more consistently. And that was a break of throw, and now he's throwing for the set. It could go, as you remarked, with considerable prescience just a matter of moments ago. It could go to that deciding set, and it looks likely now, Vassos.
And I would say a deciding set is odds on, and then who's favourite in that deciding set? Mark McGeeney is the world #1. He's the #2 seed. He's had a spectacular year since we last saw him lose to Scott Waits in the second round here last year.
59.
At Lakeside for the third time. And he's reached round 2 on both his previous visits, but never gone beyond.
If you'd fancied, there's the average, there's very little between them. If you fancied a little snifter on Wolfie, actually to win this thing and so take a 4th title, you could have got odds of around about 25 to 1 or even a bit more.
140.
There's his 11th 140. Martin Adams. He's just doing enough to stay in this match.
He's advancing towards a leg victory here, which would bring in the set. 202, setting up now.
Let's cross with that one.
Could do with a treble.
43.
Well, he got one, but not the one he wanted.
I think it was just outside, wasn't it? Right, 223. Adams is going to have a big ask when he returns on 159, but McGeeney not really applying the pressure as he would have wished. Needed that last treble.
So can't take this out, 159. It's one of those bogey numbers. So 13
119
is the shot. 13's he got,
127.
leaving himself tops if he comes back. But what can Mark McGeeney do about this? Bullseye for a 127 and a break of throw.
87.
Well, he gave himself the opportunity,
Martin,
but now experience time for Wolfie. Needs to just come down from there and a little bit more. Now this is a big dart. And he's got it. That showed real nerve, and Adams has squared it up. The Wolfie fans, and there are an awful lot of them, celebrate. He thanks them for their support, and it does indeed go to the deciding set.
The Wolf has roared, and we are going all the way, as we did with Wolfie 12 months ago when he played Ryan Joyce. A dramatic climax is just a couple of moments away here, live on 4. The old man's still got it. We were really looking forward to this opening match of the 2018 BDO Darts World Championship, and it hasn't disappointed. We are going all the way. Paul, how big that 65 check out for Wolfie? He's still got it.
Yeah, to get some breathing room in that 4th set when he was 1 leg to the good, I think that was a massive shot. Not just because he hit it, but he got it in 2 darts as well. Those are the kind of outshots that when you get them clinically, it really does give you confidence. So far, it's been everything on the throw as far as sets are concerned. Mark McGeeney's got the throw here. He's got to get out of the traps because Wolfie is ready to pounce.
Well, it's going to be a dramatic conclusion to the first match. Let's rejoin John and Vassos.
It sure is. We kind of had a feeling that this match could go all the way. If it goes to 2-2, then the shenanigans really start, and you could, in theory, go to a final deciding sudden death sets with the players bulling up on stage. Well, we'll see. There's a way to go before we get to the ifs and maybes and possibilities of that one. But, well, I said beforehand, my money was just about on Martin Adams. Now, who's it to be? Because McGeeney has the darts. Oh, goodness me, it's not a vintage match, this one, Vassos, but it's certainly tense. It really is.
Tense is exactly what it is. It's tense for the crowd, it's tense for the players.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Fifth and final set. It's Mark to throw first. Game on.
So Mark McGeeney, as you say, John, does have the darts. Shouldn't really matter in this leg because you can't win it 3-2.
57.
From 2-all, you have to win by 2 clear legs, and that's not the start McGeeney would have wanted.
What Adams would give for a couple of trebles here to jump all over that. He's not found one yet. And doesn't with the cover shot either, both of them struggling on the return.
$140. 95.
Harry Potter fans hoping for some magic darts.
$123. 60.
You can buy these things, you know, actually in the auditorium. You don't have to come pre-prepared with your wolf gear and your masks. These are available when you actually get to the lakeside.
145.
If you want to look like Donald Trump, you can.
And you won't look unusual when you're here either. 3 terrific visits from McGeeney. Leaves himself double 18 to win the first leg of this deciding set. 2 18s.
Game shot.
Nice start.
Mark McGeeney.
And nicely done.
Second leg, Martin throwing first.
Checkout rate 8 out of 21 McGeeney, 38%, which is actually identical to that of Adams, who's got 6 out of 16, which in percentage terms equates to exactly the same.
And we mentioned that momentum in this match has kind of swung one way then the other.
Am I the only person?
The darts.
Am I the only person in the country who's not seen a Harry Potter movie?
I think you are. I think that might actually be official now, John.
I'm a Paddington man.
120.
Hacked off with the last dart.
Young at heart, young at dart. 2 steady tons from Martin Adams so far. And there's a ton 40.
And he's on a finish.
That helps. There's Lee watching on.
We needed that last treble there, didn't he?
161.
Nothing in it. Adams gets first dib. Well, he stayed there when a few might have been tempted to switch, but McGeeney now for the break of throw.
Well, this could be huge. Can't now take it out.
16.
Ton 18 then for Wolfie. Treble 20 he's looking at first, and that's the wrong side of the wire. So treble 20 would leave perhaps the toughest double of all, double 19, but again just the wrong side of the wire. Checking with the scorer where he's at. Oh, good last dart.
86. Mark, you require 80.
Can be done in 2 darts with a treble 20 and a double 10. Oh dear. So now treble 13 for tops. No, no, no. This has been all over the place.
Well, that was a little bit what they call a bag of nails. Adams now 16s for and a good dart for the leg and squaring it up again. It's 1-1.
Third leg, it's
Does have the feel of one which is going to go right to the brink.
McGeeney with the darts.
59.
Can't find a treble. There was the double 16 for Martin Adams to level this match. He's never led.
If it were to go to 2-all, then it has to be victory by 2 clear legs. All the way to 5. If it's still 5-all, then you go to the sudden death.
59.
Hope you've got a nice soothing cup of tea or something by your side. Just something to keep the nerves from getting away with you too early in the competition, but I think it could happen.
100.
Honestly, if you're a Wolfie fan, I think you need something a little bit stronger. I suppose this is the first time in the match that Adams
60
has led. Huge fan of the darts in North Korea.
Might be going to the Winter Olympics, it would seem.
85.
Sport mediating as so often it can. Well, McGeeney has just lost his way a little bit. And he's shaking his head a bit ruefully. The pressure is on, and his throw is very much under pressure.
$85.
Adams first to a finish.
Against the darts as well. McGeeney needs 2 good darts here. There's one of them.
95. Martin
Well, precious little, isn't it? 146. You'll hear some noise, or you would have done if he could have done that, but he can't, so McGeeney will get his opportunity.
Have a look at that though, John. 2 sets apiece, 1 leg apiece, just
60.
1 point in it.
Mark, you require 147.
No, so Adams will have a chance to move ahead for the first time in the match
83.
and to break the McGeeney throw.
One real poor dart there, letting down McGeeney. 86 then. Oh, that's a good dart. So double 16. Break a throw. How important is that? McGeeney's nerve looked as they let him down a little bit. There were a couple of big misses, and that big 3 there. When Adams saw that, it almost seemingly got him inspired. And the old boy now just needs to hold his throw, and he'll have won the match.
Throwing for a place in the second round, Martin Adams, but starting with a 22. He's essentially already given the throw away. Is this a second 180 from Mark McGeeney? You bet it is!
What a great response. Quality, and that'll make him feel a bit better as Adams continues to find the treble elusive.
100.
Squeezed one in with the last dart.
They're having a smurfing good time. I guess the Smurfs supporting the man in blue.
You're going to have to elaborate on that one. A Smurf's anti-wolf.
No, they are blue.
Oh, I see. You were right. Sorry.
But Papa Smurf does look a little bit like Martin Adams. So you never know. You never know with Smurfs at the darts. You know with him.
That guy with the wolf looks as though he had a big night last night, didn't he? Dear me. I really do hope that is a mask.
60.
Goodness me, he looks rough.
6 darts to break straight back for Mark McGeeney to take us into sudden death.
95.
Not quite. They have to go to 5 before that, don't they? They've got to have a 2 clear advantage.
The tie-break rule, excuse me, you're right.
59.
6 darts for 85 to make it 2-2 in legs.
$45.
200 for Adams.
$60.
So tops.
Mark, you require 40.
8 out of 21 he's had. Just needs 1 more to make it 2-2. That's good.
Shot to the 4th leg.
Ideal adjustment. And now the explanation.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a score 2 sets all and 2 legs all, a reminder that the final set must be won by 2 clear legs. Should we reach 5 legs all, the 11th leg will be sudden death. 5th leg, it's Mark to throw first. Game on.
Adams' first round match, as Vassos observed earlier, went to sudden death.
Yeah, beat Ryan Joyce.
You were on the microphone for that one, weren't you?
6-5. Match of the tournament. 6-5 in the deciding 11th leg of the 5th set. Now we're on our way again. There haven't been that many sudden death legs in the history of the Lakeside World Darts. I think it's something like 18 or 19.
Somebody will have that statistic somewhere. I bet there's a fellow called Richard Ashdown who'd know that. Master of ceremonies and statistician extraordinaire.
Just
keeping his nose ahead, McGeeney. It's nerve now, isn't it? Who can find those doubles? He didn't need that. Wolfie just rotating his arm, trying to keep that right arm loose. McGeeney's first onto a finish. 1-2-1 is one they like. Various options.
80. Mark, you require 121.
And should he need them, he has 6 darts for it to move 3-2 ahead. Treble 17 would have left the ball, but
38.
Treble 20 for double 12, missed it, went into the big 1.
Yeah, shocking last dart. Adams now, and there's a loose one. How much he needs a treble. He's on 170,
85.
and that makes him feel a wee bit better.
83.
$16. Oh, double 17 he's left. 16 would have left the bullseye. Double 16 leaves 34.
Bigger target.
49.
Got the wrong side of the wire now for the break of throw for Adams. Treble 18 would leave double 18. No, sir, no.
14. Mark, you require 34.
Does he go straight for it?
Game
Yes.
shot at the
And he hits it.
Mark McGeeney.
Only a hold of throw though,
Mark, you
Vassos.
throw first. Game on.
Say only. But it's not quite as wounding as it might have been if it had been the other way. You can see what I mean.
60.
A reminder, one more leg for McGeeney at this stage. If Adams doesn't hold his throw, the match is all over, and he's making a great start.
140.
Could do without these loose darts, Martin Adams.
85.
He's effectively taken the throw, McGeeney. Just the wrong side of the wire twice.
41.
Dear, dear, dear. You see exactly what he thought of that.
Adams still needs a good visit. Needs another treble.
100.
Doesn't find it, so 256, plays 320. This could be the final leg of the match if McGeeney wins it. Or we could have at least two more
100.
if Adams comes through and hits the double.
Needed that treble there, didn't he, McGeeney? Could see that it was really starting to slide away. Adams trying to get himself onto the finish, so he'll have first dip, and he does. 156 can be done.
$43. Martin, you require 156.
177 is pretty awful. So Adams has 6 darts from 156, needs a treble though. He's sweating up there on the
42.
stage, is Martin. Feeling the pressure and the heat.
It is hot up there under those lights. In a match that's going long like this one is.
96.
Important last dart for McGeeney, so 114 to square up the match. Treble 18 would leave tops. He's missed it, wrong side of the wire.
98. Mark, you require
Double 8
81.
if he comes back. McGeeney for the match. 12 would leave a bullseye. Treble leaves double 13. A dart for the match for Mark McGeeney, and he's just the wrong side of the wire, and Wolfie breathes again.
He thought that was in. Double 8 though, and what a response! McGeeney thought it was all over, he thought that was in the double 13, but no sir, and so it goes on, and the lakeside howlers are at it again.
$140.
How Adams would like to put him under pressure and steal the throw here
85.
and go ahead to make it that he is the one who's going to be throwing for the match.
So in the first set, Martin Adams could not buy a double. Missed all 4 of his opportunities as McGeeney won it. 3-0.
140.
And the momentum shifted in the second set. Adams levelled it up. McGeeney went 2-1 ahead, then 2-all, and then in this set, those are the double percentages, as you can see.
60.
And then in this deciding set, Martin Adams has had 3 darts at a double, and he's hit them all.
And he's just starting to take an advantage
95.
in this leg. Not on a finish yet, but he's 60 on. It is hot.
$85.
So 181 to set it up. McGeeney, it's a big ask on 156. It can be done, of course. Adams could do with a ton at least. Oh, a loose one just when he didn't need it.
85.
Good recovery, good last dart. It is warm.
Cannot finish now, but can take a big old chunk out of it with another treble 20. 56 if he comes back.
96.
Treble 20, double 18 will be what Adams is looking for. He's got it, double 18 for the break of throw. No, double 9. And he's missed it.
Mark, you require 56.
16. leaves tops 2 darts at it. He's hit 5 out of 10 on double top, make that 6 out of 11. And none of them more important than that one.
Anne-Marie bellowing her encouragement for her fiancé, Mark McGeeney. And Wolfie has to put the disappointment of missing that great opportunity behind him. And well, you know the scenario by now. If Adams doesn't hold his throw, then McGeeney goes through into the next round and he'll have won 5-3. If it goes to 4-all, then it all goes on.
80.
Come on, he says. Still just struggling to find the treble 20. Advantage Adams. McGeeney could do with a ton 40. And he finds it.
140.
Brilliant. Brilliant. 97 when he comes back. He'll have the first opportunity. Well, he's got to get at least another 20. And that's a great last dart.
Martin, you require 97.
Treble 20 now leaves double 8. Missed the treble 19, went into the 7. Double 8 to level this deciding set again. Yes! He's not missed a double 8 yet, Wolfie. And on we go.
Never in doubt, was it really? Don't know why we're all getting so excited about it. It's going to be 5-all, isn't it? We're going to have a deciding leg.
140.
Great
Good start, McGeeney. Really good start. A maximum of 3 more legs to decide this opening match at Lakeside 2018. A minimum of 2 more.
100.
The form man against this man, the Lakeside legend. That's a loose one. Tired sort of dart that was. And another.
26.
Plenty of overseas challengers for this crown.
100.
There's one of them, Wesley Harms. He's had a difficult year, but tells me that his darts are starting to flow again.
7th seed this year, Wesley plays Wayne Warren tomorrow evening.
100.
So 121 for 5-4 with Adams out with the washing at the moment. Well, there's the one. Not good.
41.
Hello.
140.
Well, this is for 5-4. 80 required for Mark McGeeney. Double 10 now. Double 5. Adams not on a finish, so it's not key, but he takes it nevertheless.
10th leg is Martin going first.
Adams has to hold to force it to sudden death.
100.
Steady ton to start. McGeeney, remember, has had a dart for the match, a double 13, which he thought he'd hit. Adams thought he'd hit it. It was just the wrong side of the wire.
100.
Well, Adams will be thinking, all I need's a 15 darter, and that's going to put in undescribable pressure on him, and he'll be thinking, I do it every time in practice. All I've got to do is find a treble now, and there it is.
100.
That's a good last dart, but it's still in Adams' hands. Needs at least a ton. Well, there's the treble he was looking for. How he'd like another. Oh, unlucky.
95.
Tense, nerve-wracking, exciting, thrilling, just how we like it at Lakeside.
You could see Wolfie talking to himself while those darts were being thrown. Come on, he says. And he can't find the treble. Advantage McGeeney now, wins this leg, and it's his.
$60.
101 is left, so Adams 161.
No,
It's nowhere near.
No.
$85.
This is for the match. 101. Treble 19 would leave double 12. No, can't be done, so Adams 76 just needs 2 darts, Vassos.
Martin, you require 76.
This is to take us to sudden death. 16 for tops. He has 1 dart at it. Martin Adams for double top. Oh, did you ever doubt it? A brilliant dart. A fantastic match. We are going all the way.
It kind of had a sense of inevitability about it, didn't it? From way
With
back.
the score now at 5-8 all, both players will throw for the ball. It'll be Martin to throw for the ball first.
Well. Oh, great darts!
That's the 25.
So Martin Adams
11th and
with the
final
advantage
leg. Martin
of
to throw
throwing
first.
first.
Game on.
This is the sudden death leg. It's Wolfie's 3rd in Lakeside history. He beat John Walton on sudden death in 2011, and this time last year he was winning
41.
the 11th leg of the 5th set against Ryan Joyce, but only 41 to start here.
Poor last dart, wasn't it? Some McGeeney trying to jump all over it. Coming down.
99.
Well, early advantage McGeeney.
This is it, folks. This is the final leg of this epic contest. The scoring's not been brilliant, but there's been so little between them.
Oh.
60.
What a great chance he had to really seize control of the leg there. Adams just needs to find that treble 20. Coming down, and that is another poor visit.
41, 45, and now 28. This is McGeeney's to lose now. This is McGeeney's to lose now.
140.
Pressure off, and you see what happened. Adams always a battler. He'll keep on plugging away.
12 darts, just 1 treble from Martin Adams.
That's excellent.
128.
Just when he wanted those 2 treble 20s, there they were.
needs another one. Martin Adams.
So for the match, 74. Adams not on a finish. He's 6 darts. Well, he didn't want an 11. He's got one though. Oh dear, dear, dear. He was after treble 17 for double 6 and he's put it in treble 2. 17 for tops.
34.
He will be back. He will have more darts for the match, Mark McGeeney. But that was nerves. Pure and simple. In that last visit. Can Adams put him under pressure?
95.
Well, it's a little bit of pressure. 92's a 2-dart checkout. McGeeney then tops for the match. Yes, there it is. He falls across the line. Not exactly a vintage match, but oh so tense, going all the way to the deciding leg, and by the narrowest of margins, in his 25th appearance at Lakeside, Martin Adams on the wrong side of the result. Mark McGeeney, the number 2 seed, advances. Great to see the camaraderie between the players on the stage, but it is McGeeney who goes on, winning 3-2.
25 Lakeside World Championships played for Wolfie Martin Adams. But through to the second round, Gladiator Mark McGeeney.
A standing ovation at the end for both men. Have we seen the best of Martin Wolfie Adams? He won the sudden death 12 months ago against Ryan Joyce, but the number 2 seed, Mark McGeeney, missed at double 13, but he smashed it in the end. He's into the second round. It would be a great way to start the 2018 BDO Darts World Championship, and it certainly was. Nervy moments from both men, but the number 2 seed, Mark McGeeney, is over the line against one of the most popular players ever to appear on the stage at Lakeside, and a warm embrace between the two men. And here he is. Wowee. There are a couple of beads of sweat on that forehead, but I'm not surprised. He made you work for that.
He made me work very hard for that. I mean, I was so nervous. Playing Martin on his 25th anniversary at Lakeside, oh, I've never been more nervous. My 3rd year here, but that was the hardest game of all.
And how difficult is it to play Wolfie, knowing the reception he's always going to get here on the big stage?
An honour. It's an honour to play him. It really is. And I was looking forward to this game for a while. That's the first round of the draw I wanted. So when I got it, I was over the moon. But I hope to play a little bit better than that.
And you have to show real composure after you missed that double 13.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking to myself, what am I doing? I can play better than this. So I was like, just hit your double, just do what you can do what you're doing in practice.
Well, sometimes you know that you've got to win ugly, and I know you can play a lot better than that, but you must be very, very happy with the way that you kept yourself together in that last leg, when you know that Martin's got the ball in this sudden death leg. He's won a sudden death here last year, but the way you held yourself together, you must be really pleased with that.
I'm proud of the way I held myself together. I'm not proud of the way I played all the match, because I played better, Martin can play better. But yeah, the last leg, very pleased with the way I played.
But with all of the nerves that you've had in that game, do you think that's going to set you up really well for the rest of the event?
I said to somebody before, if I can beat Martin, I can win this tournament. And he's the most experienced player here, so I'm looking forward to the next round now.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Well, a very gracious comment from you there, and I'm sure Danny Crates is alongside a very gracious loser, Martin Wolfie Adams.
I certainly am. And Wolfie, you've been in some scraps on that Lakeside stage over 25 years, and they don't get much more tense than that, do they?
Not really, no. I wish I'd have come out on top, though, you know. Just that last leg. I mean, it was just rubbish, wasn't it, you know? First 9 darts were awful. And that's when after them, the last 27 or 28 or whatever, you know, oh, that's it, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm done. You know, I've been done here.
I meant you was clawing your way back all the way through that match until the very last stages, and then must have been points, especially when you hit that bullseye, when you really felt you had Mark.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you hit the bullseye on the bull out, you think, oh, that's sweet, that's lovely. Here we go, then straight into it. Well, I hit 45 or 41, it's like, stupid, silly. How does that work? I just don't know.
I know Mark was up in the commentary, up in the box with Rob, and he was just saying it was a great honour to play you on your 20th anniversary. It's the game he'd been really looking forward to. I mean, what about Mark as a competitor out there today?
He's been fantastic. I mean, he's a great player. That's why he's #1 in the video rankings. You know, but you know, I'm a lowly number 19 or 20. But you know, I've still got the old fight in me, and my game can only get better now. You know, I've had a couple of years where it's been downhill, you know, a little bit. But you know, I'm back practicing on a regular basis. You know, so, you know, things can only get better. So watch out next year, boys.
Well, cheers, Wolf. We look forward to your 26-year shirt next year, yeah?
Hey, brilliant, yeah. We'll make sure we do it, son.
Thank you very much.
He is always so gracious, and hopefully he will be back for a 26th Lakeside campaign. Mark, you've just mentioned, as we were watching Wolfie there, that it was an emotional victory for you, and not just because you beat Wolfie, the three-time champion on the Oki.
Yep. My brother's father passed away last night, so Joe, I'm thinking about you. I love you to bits, and I'll see you real soon.
Well, even more credit to you for getting across the line in that sudden death. Thanks very much. Well done, and we will see you in the second round. The #2 seed is still